What's your average spread? You have any idea, Whitney? I sprung that one on you. Probably don't have, I never looked it up, have you?
Well, it's about 350.
About 350?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And of course, that depends on the price range of house you're working in. So honestly, I ain't very interested in a house that don't get me about at least $300 a month, positive cash flow. And remember, folks, your tenant buyers are doing all the work. There's no repairs. You don't get any calls to unplug their toilet or whatever else. They don't call you. That's clear in the agreements up front, signed in front of an attorney. They accept the responsibility for 100% of the repairs. And by the way, all you landlords listening, you just remember that. I will never straight rent a house ever. I've done enough of them. Why would I straight rent a house when I can lease option a house, collect thousands of dollars up front, and put all the repairs on the tenant buyer? Would make no sense to me. All right, here's what's in this thing. Agreements with all the samples and instructions, all the scripts, buy and sell, and a class on agreements, automated selling system, and the systems manuals all built right in to this course. There's 14 hours of training in it, and it comes with a 90-day helpline. That means for 5 days a week, 7 hours a day, you've got a phone number you can call and get all your questions answered as many times as you want and as often as you want, by phone and by email. So the support is there for you on the back end, so you're not out there by yourself. And honestly, I don't want anybody to be out there yourself, because in the heat of the deal, you'll need help, and it may cost you the deal if you don't have that help. I spent 2 hours structuring deals that we generated in class, wherever I taped them, and that's on here for you. So you'll see how we actually, what we do with these things when we get them, and how we go about negotiate them, and what's the exit strategy is. I do that on stage so you can see it on video. And I spent a whole hour of me calling sellers, and this is the only place you'll get that at, with me on the phone calling sellers and see how I handle the call. And by the way, that's a key ingredient, my friends. It's how you handle that call. Once you get to the point to where you can handle that call and have confidence doing it, frankly, this becomes real easy, and you'll make a lot less calls and get a lot more deals. Would you agree with that, ma'am?
Yes, I would.
It was, when you started, did you struggle with handling in that call?
I really did, and I'm sure I sounded like a fool.
Well, everybody does when they start. You know, I teach everybody, you suck. And you do. But not for long, I hope. No. Because I'm going to teach you to practice and how to do it and how to record it and how to fix your own mistakes and all of that. That's part of the game. But once you master that call, this is really not hard at all. And then, frankly, if it was me, I'd replace myself as quick as possible, so I didn't even have to make the calls. Remember, I'm the guy that wrote the book. The less I do, the more I make. We'll ship you the manual so you don't have to download and print it. But for the rest of it, we're going to send to you digitally, so you can literally start watching this on your phone or your iPad or on your computer the minute you get it. And it will come out the day of or the day after you say yes to my amazing offer I'm about to give you. So, all right, Ron, what's this going to cost me? What difference does it make? It doesn't make any difference what it costs, because frankly, I'm not going to let you take any risk anyway. So you can buy it with 4 payments of $299. That's, Whitney, I think you'll attest, I had never sold it for that price before. Yeah. Or $897 for the whole thing if you want to prepay it. And so what'd you pay? You remember what you paid for it?
I paid $12.97. Oh my goodness, do I get a rebate?
Well, we'll talk offline.
Goodness, what a deal.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, there's the cost, $897 for this offer. And you can call or you can go online to the site you see there and order it immediately. But wait, there's more. I'm not done yet. If you prepay it, I'm going to waive that last payment. So now your total cost is only $897 instead of 4 payments of $299, which are $1,200 give or take. Or you decide. We'll take it either way. You have a money-back, unconditional guarantee for 30 days. I don't need a reason. If you don't like it, just tell us and we'll refund your money. And, you know, that's got to be a kind of a risky offer on our part. Since we're delivering it to you digitally, it's kind of hard to get the course back, isn't it? So, you know what, though? If you want out, you're out. If you think it's not for you, or if you don't like the way I talk, just tell us. We're going to refund your money. I don't want anybody in our world that doesn't want to be in our world. And you'll find that's the reason we've been here. And I've been teaching this thing for 32 years now, and we're still around after my 37-year career. We're still here. Can't say that about most companies that teach this business. So here's how you're going to get it free. There's going to be a certificate that comes with it that says, if you do any kind of a terms deal within 90 days and prove it to us, I'm going to send you a check for $1,000. That's right, $1,000. It'll be a check and it'll be sent in the mail. And by the way, if I send you a check for $1,000, you better frame it, because it's probably the last check you're going to get from me for anything. So yeah, okay, copy it first, then frame it. But I love to send you the checks. I love to send them to you. And you got the whole 90 days to do the deal. And that's any kind of a terms deal. And so honestly, if I send you a check for $1,000, then you could say I'm paying you to get started. All right, well, you might ask, well, why are you doing that, Ron? Well, A, because I can. And B, if it takes a shameless bribe to get you going, then so be it. And I'm happy to do it. I promise you I am. And for if you don't think we send these checks out, think again. We fire them out almost every single week, $1,000. And honestly, any deal, well, I'm sorry, it's got to net at least $3,000, and you got to prove it to us. That's all it takes. So, hey, take me up on my offer. Beat me at my own game and let me send you $1,000 check. Did I make that offer when you, I don't think I did when you came in. No? Well,
No.
okay. All
Did
right.
I still get $1,000?
No. No.
I waited too long.
You waited too long. Okay. Now look, I'm going to include a $1,000 certificate to upgrade to the Quick Start School within 12 months. And you can decide if you want to go to that training or not. After you get this system, you'll know what it's all about. It's entirely up to you. But this system comes with the Quick Start. That's a 4-day training that I personally teach 12 times a year in different cities. And honestly, if you want to go to the next level, you will be coming to that school. But it's your decision. If you do come, I'm going to give you a $1,000 certificate, which is more than you paid for this system. And you got a year to use it. It's tax deductible. Don't forget Uncle Sam, because he will not forget you. If you purchase this thing, it's a business expense. You can write 100% off of your income taxes because you purchased it. I'm going to give you another $1,000 gift because you're on this training. And if you take action within the next 30 minutes, you will get my Ugly House cash flow system. That is the pretty houses and wholesaling. It's wholesaling and rehabbing. I don't remember how many hours are in this system, but honestly, folks, I'm telling you, we charge $19.97 just for these two systems by themselves. Complete step-by-step training on wholesaling, which, as I said, was really the fastest way to get a check, and all the tools you need in there to do it with, and also a whole seminar on rehabbing and retailing, and literally step-by-step in layman's terms. So both of these things, you get both of them for $897 or 4 payments of $299. I never made that offer before, Whitney. I truly haven't.
That is incredible.
That's a credible offer. And frankly, folks, these courses have started an awful lot of careers on Planet Ron. And don't forget, you get the 90-day helpline, 5 days a week, unlimited calls. That's a $500 value in itself. Comes with checklists. I provide checklists for you to put in your file folder. So on one side is the tasks that are required before and after you buy, and on the other side are tasks required before and after you sell, or at least put a lease option intended buyer in there. So it has the details you need to do, and then it has the forms that need to be in your file folder. But Ron, that's a lot of money. Well, really? Maybe it is. But I would submit that if that's a lot of money to you, I can't think of a better reason why you need this course. So you won't be able to ever say that again. So that's about 5% of your first. I don't want anybody to do a deal, my friends, for less than $10,000 on any type of deal, even a quick little wholesale deal. So if you get this thing, and again, if you think it's not for you, just send it back. But honestly, you think $897 is a high price to pay for your education? Wow, I think you probably ought to rethink that. Do you think that's a high price to pay for your education, Whitney?
No, not at all. That is a steal, especially with everything else you're giving away included.
Yeah, but I can get it cheaper. What makes you so different? Well, for one, I'm old. for two, that means I got an awful lot of experience. In fact, the truth is I don't even know anybody who knows more about this business than me. And thirdly, I've got a proven system. I didn't just make this stuff up. This is what really works. It works all over the country. It's worked for thousands and thousands of our students. And I've done well over 3,000 houses myself, and a mountain of testimonials here I couldn't fit in a wheelbarrow. And frankly, I taught most of the teachers that are out there in the industry today, including one that's on the phone here today, who's about to launch her own business of becoming a teacher. And by the way, is it okay to teach what you learn? And in fact, doesn't everybody want to be a teacher?
Yes,
well,
and
in
that
our
way
world,
you get...
In our world, we prefer to get paid for it, though, huh?
That's right. But it's a great way to give back and help other newbies.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And frankly, the truth is that's why I'm still here. It's what I like doing. And as long as I like doing it, as long as I like changing lives, I'll keep doing it. My wife tells me not to do it, but I keep telling her I'm going to do it. Besides, what do I do all day? Sit around the house with nothing to do? You know how long I would last doing that? Not very long. And frankly, because I made more real estate millionaires than all the other gurus combined. Now, of course, I've got no way to prove that, but at least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I'm afraid. Well, what are you afraid of? You're not going to write big checks. You're not going to borrow any money, and if you do, it's going to be from a private lender for a rehab job that you're not going to personally guarantee. You're not going to make any promises you can't keep, not after I train you. Attorneys are going to close all your transactions. Exactly what is it that you are afraid of? If you don't write big check, you don't guarantee debt, you don't make promises you can't keep, and you close with an attorney, what are you afraid of? I don't know, but I'm sure you probably think of something. But Ron, I got enough to do right now. Gosh, I don't have any more time. Really? What are you doing right now making you? I do 2 to 4 deals a month in less than 5 hours, and none are worth less than 20 grand up front. Are you really that busy? In fact, if you don't do something different, what's going to change? Nothing. So it's up to you, because honestly, if you can't make money in real estate, I got to wonder what else you are going to make money in, because you're going to have the same problems regardless of what business you're in. And real estate has a whole lot less of them than most businesses. Not to mention the operating costs are still pathetically cheap. Have you ever seen a business, Whitney, where you can spend so little money operating your business and so much money from each transaction?
No, it doesn't work like that in my other business.
Well, I used to have a restaurant, and I promise you I don't want any more of them. So maybe you folks ought to go out and buy a restaurant, so you'll see how easy this business really is.
Mm-hmm.
So I already know how to do deals, Ron. I've been around forever. I understand. But are you netting 7 figures? If you're not, perhaps you should be, and you probably ought to come listen to the old guy, because I don't care how long you've been around. My experience says that most of the people in this business have been around for a lot of years, just keep doing the same thing over and over and over, year after year. Folks, we got to grow. We got to learn. We got to add. We got to do things different. We got to change with the times. We can't just get stagnant. I want you to be able to go anywhere you want, stay as long as you like, and not worry about what your business will happen while you're gone. That, my friend, is the true definition of financial independence. And I wish that for everybody listening today. I know I can do all of that, and I do several times a year. So do you spend all your time chasing the buck, or are you enjoying life? Are you enjoying your family? While you can, because I don't know how much time you have. You don't know how much time you have. Maybe we probably ought to take advantage of the time we got so we can get to the point to where we don't have to worry about money anymore and start doing the things we really love to do in life before there is none of that left. Is it working on your health or your relationships? Cash flow creates stress. Stress creates poor relationships. Stress creates divorce. All starting from money or the lack thereof. Something's got to change, because if it doesn't, the stress could kill you. Cash flow cures a lot of problems caused by lack of money. So what are you doing now? How much time are you investing doing it? Is it worth doing it? Or is it just a golden turd, as I call it, like my restaurant? Good waste of time. is what you're doing now capable of getting you where you want to go? Now, if it isn't, I'm not asking you to quit it yet. I'm asking you to get some income coming in on a part-time business that creates a full-time income. And at that point, you can decide whether you want to pass or play. But Ron, I need to think about it, really. Go to that website right there, right away, order this system, see if you like it. It's $897 or 4 payments of $299.